name is Abraham Great, and welcome to this platform. On this platform, all we do is try to connect the dots. And this dot has the proclivity to move you into action. It is working. Now I'm just doing something very funny. Today, I'm in the middle of many recordings, and whilst we're rushing from one program to another and getting myself organized, my people have asked me, what can I do in few minutes at random? Just at random. We didn't prepare for this, and I said to them, why Arsenal? So my topic today, why Arsenal is the best team in the Premier League, and I mean that. Guess what? And I'm going to be getting some facts for you from my note here. Maybe not a lot from the note, but I'll tell you one thing. First of all, it is just my own prerogative, it's my own opinion that Arsenal is the best club in the Premier League because that's the club I have liked. That's the club that I've supported since I was about 15 years old. So I must have supported Arsenal for close to 30 years of my life now. Yes, and I mean so. That's before I even saw people like people that I know personally now, like Kano play there, like, a lot of the players that I now love today. I was a secondary school student. The first time I saw on a TV a game of Arsenal Football Club. And I just loved the red and white, uniform. In those days in the 90s, our TVs are not colored TVs. They're just TVs that we put something in front of them, a cellophane or a nylon, a colored nylon just for us to get the color. And you could see the uniform. And what I saw as a jersey there interested me. There are two teams playing, and you always, watching with your siblings and neighbors and friends. You just choose which one is your side and that one is that side. And I just fall in love with the red and white. And since then, from the early 90s, I've been a great fan of Arsenal Football Club. So if you're a fan of any other club here, I'm sorry, you can comment below and argue with the comment section. But Arsenal is the greatest club in the Premier League. And this is why. Arsenal was formed in 1886, I believe, 1886. But the name of the club then was, let me read it out for you. Arsenal was actually formed as Dial Square Football Club. Dial Square Football Club. And one of the reasons why I love this club a lot is that you know that Arsenal Football Club has never ever been relegated. Since Arsenal has been on the tier of English football even before the Premier League till now, even the almighty clubs like the ones that you may be, and for every Arsenal fan, let me just know you're an Arsenal fan in this supporting club. But you see, at the time that I then moved to England over 20 years ago, I moved into England as in my early 20s, and I just love the name. Where I live at the time, I lived in Walthamstow. That was the first place that I lived in England, East London. But on Walthamstow, we have the Victoria line on the train, so you go from Walthamstow to Brixton. And one of the things that you see on the Victoria line is that you will always see Arsenal station. It doesn't mean that the specific bus stop is exactly where the stadium is situated, but it leads you to where you see Highbury. And Highbury Stadium was like a fortress at that time. And I just was so happy in my early 20s that, yay, I'm seeing Highbury, and go and take picture in front of Highbury, try to go to Highbury. But the transforming story of what the club did then really, really excites me. It used to make me so glad how the club would develop players from young age and eventually turn them into superstars, and in some cases release them. And by the time this club was transitioning, the vision that the club had at the time, presenting to the supporters what they want to do then, I really, really was caught by the vision that the club had, not only to build a great stadium, but a strategy to be able to pay off the debt. They pay off the debt in no time also. Even though it was costly, they have to sell the important players like Vieira, like Thierry Henry, Fabregas, Nicolas Anelka, and stuff like that. They sold most of their assets just to be able to build what we now call the Emirates Stadium. But you know what? Among every other thing, I love Arsenal because of the manager at the time, Arsene Wenger. What he does with talent was really, 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 really commendable. Not just that, his plan, his financial astuteness really helped the club. And no matter what the club has been through, like this season, when I'm recording this in 2022, we're currently like 5th or 6th on the table. Started the first 3 games of the season where we are even nearly bottom, maybe I think 19th or even 20 on the table, and everybody was condemning Arsenal. But for me, it's not just the trophies that the Arsenal has won alone, or that it would win what the club has stand for. It's just something that I just love. If you are not an Arsenal fan, I'm sorry. I also have a nature. I don't condemn any other club. I just love my club. And we just done this video as a freestyle in between programs and in between recording, just something freestyle for me to do. So shout out to all the Arsenal fans out there. You're all doing well. If you're an Arsenal fan, you wouldn't really, if they talk about blood pressure, you've had it well over and over. Every Arsenal fan should learn to drink water well and learn to manage our blood pressure until the good times return again. For every Arsenal fans who are suffering from blood pressure, I pray that you get healing. You get herbs, because the medications sometimes also have funny one, but keep on your medications and just ensure that every time that you are watching the game, tell yourself that we might lose or draw this one. Reduce your expectation. But very soon, the tide will turn and we'll be first and second on the league again and win the Champions League. Bye-bye. My name is Abraham Great, and for more videos from Abraham Great, please check and click on the subscribe button. It is working.